So this time I'm not actually gonna show opinion posters in majority of these posts. Please don't seek out these people or be mean to them. And Heartopia subreddit has been heavily cleaning up posts where people talk about other people because of tiny little things that they have ran into that they dislike. It seems that there's a group of people on Heartopia that are really not suited for multiplayer games, and in any other gacha game they would do fairly well because Genshin allows you to play by yourself, Infinity Nikki allows you to play by yourself, while Heartopia functions in tiny little mini servers where you're placed in the same space as 12 other people. What is rude and what is not rude has been a very intricate topic where almost everything is rude. Like, no matter how you exist, somebody is gonna take offense. And because you can't really converse to other players in the game without them having you on your friends list, this means that these people that take offense, they can't actually express themselves, so they go online and they express themselves there about how they perceive other people acting. A couple of these posts were made during an era where it was a pre-event and you needed to get 9 stamps. And you could have gotten these stamps of NPCs, or to make it faster, you could ask other players for stamps. And a lot of negative posts about other players came out at the same time. Opinion poster here. It took me 7 hours to finish. People were just refusing to give me stamps, but would stamp for their friends. People I assume are friends. 2 people even stamped for my boyfriend after I gave them food and then ignored me. First person I blocked. Are they thinking if they don't stamp they get rare event stuff only? Like, I don't get it. There's nothing logical about it. It's just them being toxic. They take the food I give them, but then ignoring my stamp book. So first of all, stamping for other people costs 30 energy. You have 100 energy. If people approach you offering food, often you don't actually perceive them wanting anything for it. So most of the people that were looking to get stamped by other people would get stamped and then offer food if they felt like it. But even that system was a bit wonky, aka a lot of people just never offered food to other players. But there's also an achievement in game, I think, for having a specific amount of food eaten by other players by you, so effectively sharing. As such, I would assume that if you saw somebody approach you with a salad, you would be like, oh, you just want to share. You wouldn't like assume the salad is bribery for like some stamps later on. But once again, we have complaints about the behavior of other people where merely not stamping somebody's book, which is, by the way, optional because this person could have gone to NPCs, once again, is perceived as being toxic. A different side here. Some people are resorting to being downright rude. I didn't have any food on me when I logged in and I had no energy, and someone took it upon themselves to block me indoors and get in my face until I would give them a stamp when I couldn't. If you really need a stamp that badly, I think you should consider offering them food since you are asking for a favor after all. Of course, people blocking your entryway is rightfully rude, but it is very easy to block people in this game and just traverse to a different town. A lot of the posts on the subreddit were to do with people just being really unable to cooperate with other people. So this is a question that's a genuine question, not just for OP, but for everyone else in this thread. But how would you discern being polite from impolite in these circumstances? I'm specifically asking in terms of initiating. Obviously, blocking your path isn't polite, but shoving your stamp book in someone's face, as others in the comments are saying, I don't really understand how else someone is supposed to get your attention unless you're both already friends and can chat with one another. Like, if they persist for several minutes and are following you around half the map, I would also consider that to be needlessly aggressive, but I really don't see how presenting your stamp book in front of someone and jumping a few times could be misconstrued as impolite. Because once again, some people are like, oh, you're just pushing your stamp book in my face in a game that effectively does not allow any kind of chatting between players. So what else kind of interactions are you like supposed to have between you and another player in order to like be like, hey, I could use a stamp now? Throughout this whole event, like it was a pre-event that lasted 2 days, and it was so traumatic for people. I've done the pre-event on my account in like 15 minutes because I was doing the NPCs, and one person approached me asking for a stamp. I stamped their book and then I immediately held out mine, and then they actually stamped back, and we went our separate ways. And for the rest, I just got 8 stamps of NPCs. Like, it was such a non-issue, but for so many people, having to interact with other people optionally made it a huge issue. This post was removed by moderator. A lot of posts are now removed by moderator because, once again, a lot of people were ranting about other people in this game. I think no rants is the new rule. Criticism is welcome, all must be constructive in nature. Generalized complaints about the game or ranting about the community will be removed, as this isn't the place for it. So yeah, a moderator had to like make a new rule because everybody just kept on ranting about each other because this is their first social game or something. So this is a removed topic. Also, this is a social game, so people are gonna try. There are kids playing who won't be able to tell you're not interested in social interaction. Sometimes people like doing goofly, harmless shit and can't tell if you find it funny or not. Again, kids play this game. Not every interaction that people don't like needs a post or flare to call the other person toxic or whatever. I saw someone complaining on Discord that someone went into their greenhouse and watered their plants, and they didn't want them to do that, so it was annoying and disrespecting their boundaries. Some people can overreact and be too dramatic about things. And mind you, you can lock your door. But then we have on the flip side another post where the opinion poster posted earlier than the moderators could catch, I guess, because this is whole 16 days ago now. Why are people actually rude everywhere? Literally playing this game, they're rude people that ignore you for no reason. Like, baby, you were playing a game. Why are you being rude? Like, the whole not letting people into your house and locking your car thing, find that so weird. Is it just me? Like, this is a game for community and making friends, and it's supposed to be fun and sweet, and people are taking it too seriously already. Maybe I'm in my feelings, but I literally just hosted a tea party and told people to come, but the players literally ignored me for no reason. Someone help me, like, I don't know, it's because on the game I'm dark-skinned, or is it because I look like a boy on the game? Someone help me? So, to get this straight, you enter a house that's not locked, and you water the plants. You're rude. You refuse a random's invitation out of nowhere. You're rude. You lock your house. You lock your door. You're rude. Do you see what I mean? That some people are just not meant to be playing multiplayer games and they can't really cooperate with others very well? To the person at the concert who was running everyone over during the fireworks. So incredibly rude. I was trying to take pictures with my friends. Seriously, what is your damage? Grow up. Remember, this game is like 9+. Children do goofy shit. Like, I literally had a person that entered my house and interacted with everything interactable, which wouldn't have been a problem by itself, but it was like middle of the night and the game's actual like visuals are synced to the time. that it is. So I was cooking at the moment, processing quite a lot of food, and one of the things that they interacted with was all my lamps in my house. So suddenly it was like really dark, but like I could hear them in my shower, I could hear them using my bed. Like they just pressed everything that there was to press before running off, and then I was like, oh great, I'm stuck in the darkness now. Well, I guess I have to like get off cooking and turn on my light. But like that is such a nothing burger, and for a lot of people, these kind of things are like so incredibly dramatic. Because of this, because these posts were very, very popular for a time, and now they're banned. So you can't actually post that on the subreddit. Well, you can still post that on Discord, by the way. So if somebody's giving you mental damage by watering your crops, feel free to complain, I guess. Because these posts were so popular, I really propose that Heartopia should allow you to host your solo private server just for yourself. The same way that you know how when you play Genshin, you have to like make the mental choice to play multiplayer. And this is a primarily multiplayer game, so I'm suggesting implementing a mental choice to make a choice to play it single player, all by yourself. Because that way, people can't take offense that somebody has locked their door, or somebody has entered their house and watered their crops, or they ruined their firework pictures by being unruly and running all over the place. Like, a lot of these people, they seem to really, really need a space that's for themselves. So I suggest we just provide people the choice to have a space all for themselves. So that way, they can just go and have that space instead of getting severely upset by really minute social interactions, which apparently you can't do right anyway, because no matter you choose to do or not choose to do something, someone is gonna be very hurt and upset by that, by like the most minute little things. So there you go. Rant over. It was weird during Heartopia launch and in the first month. Like, what can I tell you? I suppose it's gonna get less weird over time as people get used to this being a multiplayer game or moving away, or like I said, just like give people single player servers and let them just do their own thing by themselves. What do you think? How was community interactions for you in Heartopia? How are you enjoying it so far? Express your opinions down in the comments section down below. It was kind of funny for me because, once again, there was a lot of posts about other people over every single little thing, and I was like, whoa, like, never seen a community with so many people whose primary issue was that they're just not really meant to be in a community or interact with the community well. So yeah, anyway, moving on. Thank you for watching. Thank you so, so much for my Patreon supporters. I'm trying to point without making my arm look awkward, and no matter how I do it, it's gonna still look awkward. And toodaloo for now.